There is a dangerous lie we tell ourselves most times. That movement equals progress. We believe that if we are sweating, stressing, and answering emails until our eyes burn, we must be succeeding. But what if I told you that your exhaustion isn't a badge of honor? What if your exhaustion is actually a symptom of a broken strategy? You aren't just tired. You are digging a hole in the wrong place using a spoon instead of a shovel. Let's talk about a day in the life of, let's call him Mark. Maybe you know Mark, or maybe you are Mark. Mark starts his Tuesday with high hopes. He has a major project due, a strategic proposal that could change his career. He sits down at 9 a.m. with a fresh coffee, but before he opens the proposal document, he thinks, I'll just clear the deck first. He opens his email and there are 15 unread messages. He responds to 3, but before he knows it, Slack bings. It's a coworker asking for a file. Mark finds the file, but while he's there, he sees a request from his boss. He handles that, but suddenly it's 11 a.m., and he hasn't touched the proposal. He tries to start, writes 2 sentences. His phone lights up to a group chat. He checks it, and by the time he looks back at the screen, he's lost his train of thought. He decides to grab lunch to reset. The afternoon is a blur of quick syncs and touch-base meetings. By 5 p.m., Mark has replied to 40 emails, attended 4 meetings, and cleared his Slack notifications. He is mentally drained because he feels like he ran a marathon. But here is the tragedy. The proposal, the one thing that actually mattered, is still blank. Mark goes home feeling productive because he was busy, but in reality, he was just active. He spent 100% of his energy on things that offer 1% of the value. He is drowning in the shallows, wondering why he never finds any treasure. To save Mark and ourselves from this trap, we need to look at 2 powerful concepts that are usually taught separately. On one hand, we have Deep Work by Cal Newport. On the other hand, Essentialism by Greg McKeown. Most people read one or the other, but the magic happens when you crash them together. Let's break them down. Deep work is about capacity. It is the ability to focus without distraction on a cognitively demanding task. It's the superpower of shutting out the world to produce high-quality work in less time. Essentialism is about choice. It is the disciplined pursuit of less. It's the ability to distinguish the vital few tasks from the trivial many. It's not about getting more done, it's about getting the right things done. Here is the insight that most people miss. These philosophies fail if you don't use them together. If you practice deep work without essentialism, you become a master at doing the wrong things efficiently. You might spend 4 hours in intense, unbroken focus, perfecting a PowerPoint slide that nobody needed. You are driving a Ferrari at 200 miles per hour, but you're driving off a cliff. If you practice essentialism without deep work, you have perfect clarity but zero execution. You know exactly what matters. You have prioritized your life beautifully. But because you can't focus, you never actually build the thing. You are a navigator with a perfect map, but no engine in your ship. We need to synthesize these into a new mental model. Maximize your productive core. This isn't just about focus, and it's not just about planning. It is the act of identifying the single most high-value target, essentialism, and attacking it with ferocious, distraction-free intensity. Deep work. Think of it like a laser beam. Essentialism aims for the laser. Deep work provides the power. Without aim, the power is destructive. Without power, the aim is useless. The busy amateur tries to write a book by writing for 15 minutes between meetings, while checking Twitter and writing about 3 different genres at once. Result? A year passes and they have nothing. The productive core pro uses essentialism to decide, I am writing a sci-fi novel and I am cutting out social media consulting to make space for it. Then they use deep work. I will write from 8 a.m. to 11 a.m., phone in another room, Wi-Fi off. Result? The book is finished in 3 months. So, how do you escape the hamster wheel tomorrow? Here is your 3-step synthesis plan. 1. The essential audit. Before you start work, ask, if I could only do one thing today to move the needle, what would it be? Eliminate or delegate the rest. 2. The deep block. Set aside a 90-minute block for that one thing. Not 15 minutes. 90, 3. The digital mode. During that block, go dark. Phone in a drawer. Email tab closed. Treat your attention like a limited resource because it is. Don't just be busy, be lethal with your focus. Aim true, dive deep, and maximize your core.